Hey, what's going on everybody? How we doing today? Today we are going to check out the RoboRock S7 MaxV Ultra. This video is going to be my overall first impressions. I'm going to have it clean my entire floor plan, mopping as well, and then once it's done I'll show you how well everything did. We'll go over the map and everything, see if we need to make any changes, and so on and so forth. So this is my first time running it in an actual cleaning cycle. I'm pretty excited to see how this guy does. I've never self-emptied it. The mopping pads haven't even been wet yet, so pretty excited to see how well this guy does. I think it's going to do an excellent job. So I am going to send this out a little bit different than normal. Of course, you can just tell it to go clean your entire floor plan and it's going to do it great, no problem. But the way my house is set up, to me it makes more sense to do it the way I'm going to show you. First, let me show you the way my house is set up. So I have a lot of different areas that are separated by carpet. Like for instance, here we're in my dining room, separated by my living room, separated by the entryway of the house or foyer, and then both of this sides are carpet as well. And then it goes back into the dining room here, and the rest of the floor is hard floor. So I wanted to mop just these hard floor surfaces, right? So I'm gonna have this guy go out, and I am going to tell it to clean just the carpeted areas first, which is going to be this green area and then the two orange. So I'm going to have it go do that, and then once it's done, I'm going to know it's done, of course, and I'm going to tell it to just mop all these areas. Because if I don't do that, it's going to basically start in here and mop, and basically when it's done mopping here, the mopping pad's going to be wet, and it's going to go in here and clean, which is not as big of a deal on this particular robot because it does have the Viberize technology, and it will lift it out of the way, but it's still going to get the carpet a little bit wet, and why have it drive around wet when it's just vacuuming carpet? So personally, I think this is a smarter choice for me to do it this way. If your house is set up differently, you could go and just have it clean your whole house at once. So to have it go and clean just my carpeted areas, you're going to do rooms, and click on each room that you want it to clean. So it's only going to clean these 3 rooms. Now when it's done cleaning this room, of course I'm going to know the robot's done, and I'm going to send it back out and clean all the hard surfaces. Then when it's done, it's just going to come back and be done, and the mopping is complete. I'm going to have a mop and vacuum, of course, at the same time for the hard surfaces. So personally, this is just the way I want to try it. If for some reason it doesn't work out right for me, I'll just do it the normal way. Typically, like I said, you can do it the normal way, no issues whatsoever. But I just feel like doing it this way just based off how my floor plan is. So I got those 3 rooms clicked. Another thing you can do if you want, say you know these 3 rooms are really messy, you can tell how many times for it to clean, up to 3 times. I'm just going to do a simple one, and let's see how well this guy does.
Starting selective room cleaning.
So this should sense that it's carpet and shouldn't do anything at all with a mop. And I think it already knows that because I went into the app and told them that these are not hard surfaces. See all the gray with all those lines through it? That says that it's basically tile or wood floors. Well, and the fact that it's actually on vacuuming only. I don't know if I set that or not. Let's go take a look really quick. Like I said, this is my first time running this. Okay, so anyways, I am on vacuum only. That's what I want anyways. So when I switch over to clean the other area, I'm going to do vac and mop, and then that's the only time this mop is going to get wet. Let me know in the comments if you agree with this way of cleaning, and if your house is set up like this, and if this is something you would do. So I'm going to let this guy go ahead and clean. I'll let you know if it stops or has any issues whatsoever. And then after it's done, I'll show you how clean everything is. And I guess let me go and show you a quick walkthrough. This house probably hasn't been vacuumed for a week or 2. So there's a little bit of debris here and there. Just everyday debris that you're going to have around your house. I did throw down a little bit of rice over here just to see how well it does on hard surfaces. This room is relatively clean. And here there's just a little bit of, once again, everyday mess. A little bit of stuff by the oven. And this is a completely dried on spill of chili. So before I mop, I'm just going to squirt that with a solution, and that mop will get that up with no issue whatsoever. Alright, so it is cleaning. As you can see, a big difference between this and its brother there is just the S7. This one has a light bar built in, so if it senses that it's dark at all, it'll click on that light bar. Alright everybody, the RoboRock is done vacuuming the carpeted area. Here is some of the information. You can see exactly where it cleaned, as well as it took 55 minutes, and the battery is at 71% as of right now. So let's take a look real quick at how well it did. And of course, with any RoboRock, they do an excellent job on the carpet. Another thing I love about them is they give you that nice carpeted lines by the wheels. And they're just so uniform, that just looks really good. So of course I'm happy with that. Had no worries whatsoever on that. Now we're going to do the mopping portion and the vacuuming in this kitchen, dining room, hallway, bathroom, laundry room, and entryway. So I expect it to do a really good job. I will show you the process as it goes out, have it clean, and then after, as it goes back, I'll make sure to let you guys see it's self-empty, and then also we'll check out how dirty the dirty water tank is. And then I'll tell you my overall first impressions on this guy. So, once again, just my specific floor plan. You can clean however you want. So personally, this is just the way I'm going to do it. So I am going to do another room clean. And I'm going to pick all the rooms that I know are my hard sections, which is those 4. Now, I do have it on vacuum and mop. I just have it on balance, which is what I actually used for the carpeted area. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the scrub intensity to intense. Why not use the highest setting? Come back here, once again there's the 4. I did wet the mopping pad, but I purposely left this water tank on the robot completely empty. I wanted to see if it will recognize, okay, you need water, and then it should back it up and start the process of filling the tank, as well as it's going to clean the mopping pad every time, and it also gets it wet. So actually I probably didn't have to pre-soak this now that I think about it, because it should send it through the cleaning process, but let's find out. This is the first time for me too. So I got those 4 done. And another thing, if you mop, say, once a week, you can always, once again, tell it to do 2 or even 3 times. 3 times, there would be dust anywhere. So I'm just going to do 1 for this specific test. And let's see how well it does.
Starting selective room cleaning.
So it should back up here and do something with the water.
To wash them off.
Yeah, see? Okay, good. It's actually the first time I've ever seen this guy back up. I'll try to get in and see if we can watch any of its cleaning, but I think it's going to be too covered to see anything.
Starting to wash them off.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't see anything, but... So I wonder if it's going to say filling the water tank. It might. I truly don't know. Right now it's pumping water, I think, into that basin. And now that noise... You know what, I'll just have you guys listen. To be 100% honest, I don't actually know what all these noises are. Right now that scrubbing brush is definitely going back and forth, I can tell that. Alright, now it is definitely sucking the water out of that little basin. And it should be ready to go if it didn't already fill that tank.
washed. Resuming cleaning.
Alright, so it must have already filled the water tank. You can see that, or I can't, I don't know if you can see that vibrating. You can tell it did fill the tank too, because there's water right by the inlet. Yeah, the water's in there. So it did that all automatically, which is really cool. You can see the floor is already wet. And that's what the basin looks like after it cleaned. So, pretty cool, I must say. So I'm gonna let this guy clean, you guys, and then I will show you after it's done how well everything looks, and I'll tell you my final thoughts on the first impression test. There will be a big review video in a couple of weeks, and I'll be testing everything on this. I'll give you close-ups of it cleaning, stains, big mess for it to vacuum up, see how well that self-empty bin empties. It's going to be a very, very in-depth review. So I'm going to let this guy clean, and I will get back to you once it's done. Alright guys, it is done with the mopping part, and it took 50 minutes. You can see exactly where it went and how it cleaned, so it just drove through the rooms real quick to get to the dedicated room for this test. Unfortunately, I missed it self-emptying. Sorry about that. I'll make sure to get it in the review video. But let's go ahead and check out how much it did self-empty, and we'll see how dirty that water tank is.
Dustbin removed.
100% of debris completely gone. Like completely gone. So that's really good. Once again, the self-empty bin is great. It's great on the S7 as well. So it's good to see with the redesigned dock that it still works as good as the previous one. Let's see how much water it used. Take a look at how much water it used real quick. This was completely full. So I'd say about a third. So that's cool. So the water's going to last quite a long time. Let's take a look and see how, there's actually not much water in there. You can see the water is definitely filthy. Surprised my floors were that dirty. All the robots I have and how often I actually clean them. That just shows that it actually scrubs pretty well. Gonna show you the bag too real quick while we're at it. That just pops right up and off. Then the debris, of course, is in this bag, so very cool. Seems to be working fantastic. It had no errors, no problems at all. And I honestly, off the first impressions, I couldn't be any happier. Once again, I will be doing a complete review on this from I'm going to show you as much as I possibly can in the review and talk about it as much as possible. So if you're more interested in this, closer to the release date, definitely like and subscribe, and I'll let you guys know as soon as RoboRock tells me this is going to be released to the public. I'll let you guys know. Take a quick look at how well it did. Floors look really good. Once again, the carpet looks awesome. I love the lines that it leaves. And as far as this floor, it looks really good. There's a couple grains of rice, but that's really not that big of a deal for the amount I threw down. And yeah, I couldn't be any happier, guys. Alright guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think so far on this guy. Are you guys planning on buying? Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, before you go, let me know if there's anything you want to see specific on this before I do release that video of the full review. If there's something that you're just wondering or you need to know before you're going to pull the trigger, let me know and I'll make sure to test that for you guys. Alrighty, see ya.